Hi, Tug Toler, eSource Miller, a Paradigm company, sitting with the lovely Jason. You're lovely now, yes. Jason from Lincoln, of course. Jason, please introduce yourself and say hello.
Hey everybody, I am Jason Prantil. I am new with Lincoln Food Service. Been roughly a month now, so I am
Pretty new.
pretty new.
Some might say the
fire hose of
FNG.
information load
Yeah.
right now, so it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Excellent. So what's your background? So obviously you're new here.
Yeah.
You were on this side of the industry, somebody else, I think, right?
So,
Couple other
so I break it down into my 40 years.
40
So
years.
20 years on this side of things, and 20
Yikes.
years in operations.
Wow.
And so I kind of wore a lot of different hats when I was in
Yeah.
operations. Mostly the back of the house. I did some in front of the house. I embarrassed myself as a waiter and as a bartender, screwing up people's drinks. But that's where I got my sales skills. Like, all right, you're gonna drink this. This is delicious.
That's
I'm
fun.
gonna start sending this back. And I couldn't yell at people because that's when you're in the kitchen, you get used to yelling at people, right? So the transition of like, all right, I can't yell at these people. They're gonna actually give me a tip. So I got some sales experience from the front of the house of that one. But so first job out of the kitchen was with a combi manufacturer, a German combi manufacturer.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say the name, but and then so that was interesting.
Sure.
So that was 2 years of like, what the heck did I get myself into? And then so that sprung into many different opportunities. I've been a rep chef before in Southern California, so I'm familiar with what you guys are doing. And I was with one of the competitors for the last 8 years, so I'm very familiar with what I'm doing at Lincoln. And now we get to sell the Good Guy brand now.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So one of the things I wanted to kind of talk to you about, when people think conveyor ovens, when they think Lincoln obviously specifically, but in general, conveyor ovens, culinary is not usually a term that people would think of. Like a combi, they tend to have there's a lot of chefs working for combi manufacturers now because there's so much we can manipulate, right? Typically, people aren't usually thinking culinary for a conveyor oven, but that's quite inaccurate, right?
So it's interesting you brought up combi oven because everybody knows what to do with combis. But back in the day, when I was introducing combis, they're like, I've got a steamer. And you're like, hold on a second. So getting people up to speed with what a combi did back in the day was kind of what I'm doing now with the conveyor, because they're like, wait a minute, that's a pizza oven. I'm like, hold on, there's more. So we're trying to, it's a very similar sales process. Like getting knowledge base up to like, okay, so the application, what you're used to, way beyond that. Like we talked about, when you're talking catering, what can I do out of that oven? Oh, I don't have a hood space. Well, what kind of solutions does ventless? And then the whole thing was ventless. We talked about, this is the future coming up where, zero emissions, electrification, decarbonization. The reality is that I'm from California and we do some weird stuff out there. Unfortunately, it's coming your way. And we with the Lincoln and what our application and our messaging is, we're really in line with some of that stuff. So I think we have some really good solutions when we talk outside of pizza. Because people know it's a pizza oven, but you know what? What else can we do?
Well, what are some of the cool items you've put through a pizza oven that people are like, really? We did that through there? Like perhaps maybe the dessert we did today.
Yeah.
What
I always
was
tell
that?
people, you know what? The oven's free. That s'mores recipe is $14,000.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. So we did some s'mores today through the pizza oven.
We like to show eggs because if anybody cooks eggs, like and they work in the kitchen, well, what does a pan-fried over easy egg look like? Can you walk me through it? All right, well, I need a burner and I need somebody who knows actually how to cook an egg, right? What if I get an order for 6 eggs? What does that look like? So
the first one's going to be cold by the time the second one or the third one's or fourth one or sixth one.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's really difficult. So I love showing eggs because just how simple it is, and people that have been in the kitchen know, hey, this is a really difficult thing to execute. But we could get really complicated, like we talked about some of the things that have done that are really weird that people are like, wait a minute, what is that? So I'll take like a miso cod, and then I do sauteed shiitake mushrooms, and I make fried rice, all cooking at the same time. Yeah. And I pull off the plate or off the pan, put them on a plate, and people are eating this going, wait a minute, what the heck? Like, they just don't know what to do. It's like, it's like I said, it's very similar like the combi sales, 20 years ago, where people are like, wait a minute, that came
I can do that with that? Yeah.
So it's fun. It's like people have an idea what these ovens are, but they don't.
And that's kind of our job, is to show them like, hey, look, yes, we can absolutely do pizzas, and it's great with pizza.
Yeah.
But there's a whole other world of things that we can fire through there that are, because it's that whole labor idea, right? Like, it's put it on one side, let it come out the other side, and it's done.
Yeah, it is close to the most idiot-proof oven. If you think about it, like, you have to identify the food out of the refrigerator, right? Okay,
Step one.
This is chicken tenders. Put it on the belt and then wait for it to come out the other side.
Don't push it in and let it come out.
Yeah, I mean, it's, there's still the human factor, identifying the food and then taking it off the belt. But outside of that, I mean, it's about as simple as it gets.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate the time, Jason. We just wanted to kind of get a little quick introduction to Jason and hit on some fun things that we can do with the Lincoln oven. So if you guys have any questions, if you guys want to come see him, we have we have 2 different Empyreans here. We have some of the other styles as well.
Yep.
Come see us. Jason is going to be our regional, so he's going to be here more often. You're going to be stuck with these 2 ugly mugs here. So
sorry to hear that.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Jason, and thank you guys for your time.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Hi, Tug Toler, eSource Miller, a Paradigm company, in with the lovely Lauren from Lincoln. Look at all those L's. Too bad your last name doesn't start with an L. That'd be. Anyways, sorry. Hello, everybody. Lauren, please introduce yourself and say hello.
Sure. Hi, Lauren Noreika with Lincoln. Been in the industry for about 10 years now.
Okay.
Along the way, new to the Lincoln group, but really excited to get started with
And what's your position within
Director
Lincoln?
of Sales.
Director of Sales. Ooh, yes,
Very nice.
We can get like an SVP or something like that on there. Let's get some
Add all the
letters
letters
and
sure.
no, all right. So what'd you do before coming to this side of the industry?
Yeah. So I worked for Intermetro for quite a while.
I know Metro.
Yeah. Lovely little shelving company.
What was their first item?
Oh, the wire whisk.
The wire
whisk. Who doesn't
whisk.
know that? Who doesn't know that?
If you're not a Metro person, you may not know that. It's certain there's people out there that are watching this right now that went, I had no idea. Oh my God.
Yeah, your first patent on the wall. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're here. We just did a little event.
We did.
We had some folks in. We did a little lunch and learn, but we kind of wrapped it around our ESM University. But I wanted to sit down with you and kind of have a little conversation of conveyor ovens and within the market and kind of where we see the market going, or kind of some trends within the market.
Sure. So labor, right? Labor still seems to pain everybody, right? So the idea of a conveyor oven is, as long as you're able to and capable of putting a pizza or any other food item onto a conveyor belt.
Like today we did skewers, or we did some sauté chicken. We did s'mores. We did quesadillas. I've done tacos. We did asparagus. Right?
We did corn directly on the belt.
Yeah.
Lotes. Yeah. The gamut is all there. But as long as you put it on and take it off and follow, pressing a button to set a recipe, you are good to go.
Yeah.
So
I will often say, like, really? Like, you can't call anything idiot-proof anymore because they continue to make better idiots, right? I mean, it's like, wow, I didn't ever think that would happen, but amazing. But really, all you have to do is put it on that side, let it get drug into the oven, and then wait for it to push itself out of the other side of the oven. Like, don't grab it or push it. You're fine. Done.
That's all it is.
It's pretty easy. Now, I heard this. I told you this earlier. I don't know if this is true. I heard this. So grain of salt, everyone. Everyone, grain of salt. grain of salt. The largest growing market for conveyor ovens is in Italy, is what I heard. That's
our pizzas come out that good. Yeah.
Well, it's the labor issue, right? Like they're having the same
That's
issue that we are having, that the base knowledge of people coming to the kitchen for their first time especially is the lowest it's ever been, because for the most part, mom and dad, grandma, whomever really aren't cooking at home very much anymore. And yeah, Italy's a little later to that trend, as America's been there for a while. But it's the issue of, instead of trying to teach somebody, especially when you think about a brick oven, right? If you're talking pizzas in a brick oven, there's a lot to learn. That's not a plug and play. That's not a, hey, this is your second day on the job, you can go run that.
Right.
That's not it at all, right? Because there's hot spots, there's rotation, there's rotating of the pizza, there's multiple pizza rotations. It's a lot. It's a very large, long learning curve, right? There really is almost no learning curve to the Lincoln ovens.
That is the trend here too, right? So the idea is, with all the other options out there for the labor force, right? That someone leaves tomorrow, well, you're up and running the very next day, pumping out the same quality food that you did the night before. If you lose your chef along the way. So yeah, I mean, with all the additional technologies that have been added to conveyor ovens that allow a much better product to come through at the end of the line there, it's not a surprise that someplace as synonymous with pizza as Italy is would be looking at conveyor ovens as well.
It's true. It's very true. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap us up. We just wanted a little quick kind of talk about conveyor ovens and Lincoln especially. And really, I just wanted to get you on camera. Like, look at that, right? Like, come on. Everybody wants more Lauren in their lives. Obvious. Well, thank you very much for your time, Miss Lauren. I appreciate it.
Very much appreciate it.
If you guys have any questions, you want to see some items, we have a number of the Aperion ovens here. Holler, reach out. We love having you guys here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.